Hello everyone, welcome back to TV Days Drama Digest. We're here to bring you the most riveting updates from the world of daytime drama, and today we have a story that is sure to leave you gasping. The plot thickens in Salem, as the web of deceit and betrayal surrounding Connie continues to grow. What will happen when Rafe wakes up from his coma? Will he finally realize that it was Connie who stabbed him, and that she was also responsible for the murder of Li Xin? The tension is palpable as we wait to see how this thrilling story unfolds. For those of you who have been following the storyline, Connie's descent into darkness has been nothing short of shocking. It all began when Connie learned that Bobby knew her darkest secret: she had killed Li Xin. In a twisted bid to protect herself and silence any loose ends, Connie struck a deal with Bobby. She promised to eliminate Rafe, believing that doing so would clear the way for Bobby to rekindle his relationship with Jada. But in the unpredictable world of Salem, nothing ever goes according to plan. Instead of killing Rafe, Connie's attack left him in a coma, clinging to life and leaving a trail of unanswered questions in his wake. As the days turned into weeks, Connie's fear of being caught grew stronger. The guilt of her actions weighed heavily on her, but so did the need to protect herself at all costs. Things took a turn for the worse when Connie overheard a conversation between Stephanie and Jada. The two women were discussing their suspicions that Bobby might have been involved in Rafe's attack. This was a nightmare scenario for Connie, who knew that if Bobby were implicated, her own crimes would eventually come to light. Desperate to save herself, Connie devised a devious plan, one that would shift the blame entirely onto Bobby. Connie's plan was as bold as it was twisted. She would frame Bobby for the attack on Rafe, making it appear as though he was the one who had stabbed Rafe, and that he had taken his own life out of fear of being discovered. To execute her plan, Connie forged a suicide note, carefully crafting the words to match Bobby's handwriting and demeanor. The note was designed to convince everyone that Bobby, tormented by guilt and fear, had decided to end his own life rather than face the consequences of his actions. Initially, the plan seemed foolproof. Jada, devastated by Bobby's apparent suicide, was inclined to believe the note and close the case. The confession in the note, coupled with Bobby's sudden death, seemed to tie up all the loose ends. However, as the days passed, Jada couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The words in the suicide note didn't sit right with her. There were subtle discrepancies, details that didn't quite match Bobby's character or the way he would have expressed himself. The more Jada thought about it, the more convinced she became that the note was too convenient, too perfectly aligned with the story that Connie wanted everyone to believe. Despite her growing doubts, Jada made the difficult decision to close the case. She reasoned that perhaps she was overthinking things, that the tragic events were truly over, and that she needed to move on. But in Salem, nothing is ever as it seems, and the truth has a way of revealing itself, no matter how deeply it is buried. The real turning point will come when Rafe finally wakes up from his coma. His awakening could change everything. Jada knows that the first thing she needs to do is question him about the night of the attack. What does he remember about that fateful night at the cemetery? Did he catch a glimpse of his attacker? Did he hear anything that could help identify the person who tried to kill him? Rafe's memory could hold the key to unraveling the entire mystery. Even a small detail, a fleeting memory, could blow Connie's carefully constructed lie apart. If Rafe recalls that his attacker was a woman, not Bobby, it would set off a chain reaction that would bring the whole truth crashing down. Jada would have no choice but to reopen the case and investigate further. She would dig deeper into the events leading up to the attack, scrutinizing every detail until she uncovered the truth. The realization that Connie was the real culprit would send shockwaves through Salem. Jada would be relentless in her pursuit of justice, determined to bring Connie to account for her crimes. The stakes are higher than ever, and the consequences of the truth coming out could be devastating. Connie's actions have already caused so much pain and suffering, but the revelation of her guilt would tear apart relationships, destroy lives, and leave a trail of broken trust in its wake. As the investigation unfolds, Connie would find herself cornered, with nowhere to turn. Her lies and manipulations would begin to unravel, exposing her for who she truly is, a dangerous and calculating woman who would stop at nothing to protect herself. The walls would close in around her as Jada and the rest of Salem's residents piece together the puzzle, leading to an explosive confrontation that would change everything. But the story doesn't end there. The ripple effects of Connie's actions would be felt far and wide. Rafe, now fully aware of the truth, would struggle to come to terms with what happened to him. The trauma of the attack, combined with the betrayal of someone he trusted, would haunt him long after the case is closed. Jada, too, would be left questioning her own instincts and decisions, wondering how she could have been so close to the truth and yet so far from it. In the end, the truth will come out, as it always does in Salem. But the journey to get there will be filled with twists and turns, moments of heart-stopping suspense, and the kind of drama that keeps viewers glued to their screens. Will Jada uncover the truth before it's too late? Will Connie finally face justice for her crimes? And how will Rafe cope with the knowledge of who really tried to kill him? One thing is for sure, this is a story you won't want to miss, and we'll be here every step of the way, bringing you all the latest updates as this thrilling tale unfolds. Stay tuned to TV Days Drama Digest for more.